Gravity has been pressing your spine down for years while sitting, slouching, and weak posture quietly steal inches from your frame. You can unlock proven height growth without surgery once you stop compressing your body and you start standing at your full natural height. Your spine is not just one solid bone. It's a stack of vertebrae with soft, fluid-filled discs sitting between each one, and those discs act like cushions that absorb pressure every time you stand, walk, or even just sit at a desk. From the moment you wake up, gravity starts pressing down on that stack, and over the course of the day, those discs slowly lose fluid and get a little thinner. That's why you're naturally taller in the morning and slightly shorter by night. Now multiply that daily compression across years of bad posture, long hours of sitting, and weak supporting muscles, and your body starts to adapt to that collapsed position. Your shoulders roll forward, your lower back tightens, and your full height never truly shows. The fix here is non-complicated because once you stop compressing your body and start working with it, that height comes back. Hanging from a bar is one of the simplest tools you have, and most people skip it completely. When you hang with your body fully relaxed, your own weight gently pulls the spine in the opposite direction of gravity, and the discs get a chance to breathe and rehydrate instead of staying squeezed all day. As that pressure eases off, your shoulders settle into a better position. Your spine starts to lengthen, and your posture begins to reset on its own. Any height people notice in the early weeks comes from that restored spacing and better alignment, and that's a real measurable change in your frame. Do 3 to 5 sets of 20 to 40 seconds, 4 to 5 days a week, and as you get stronger, you can add a light weight belt to increase the pull. Keep it consistent, and your structure will start to reflect it. Bones are not passive, and they're always listening to the signals your body sends them. When you create impact through jumping, sprinting, or playing sports like basketball or volleyball, you produce tiny micro-stresses inside the bone, and the body responds by reinforcing and adapting that structure. The short sprints are especially useful because they also trigger a surge in growth hormone, which supports bone and tissue development throughout the body. When you combine jumps, sprints, and coordinated movement together, your body receives multiple signals at once, and the adaptation is stronger than doing any one of those things alone. This is pure biomechanics, not a trick or a myth, and it works because your body was built to respond to challenge. Training gives your body the signal, but your hormones are what carry that signal through and make the actual adaptation happen. Growth hormone and IGF-1 are two key players here, and both of them respond to specific things you do or do not do. High-intensity training and short sprints cause growth hormone to spike. Eating carbohydrates after intense exercise helps push IGF-1 higher, which works alongside growth hormone to support bone and tissue changes. Deep, restful sleep is when both hormones do most of their work, repairing tissues, restoring disc fluid, and letting your spine expand back to its natural length. No amount of training can replace proper sleep because the growth window is at night. Everything you did during the day, every jump, every hang, every stretch, gets processed and built upon while you're asleep. Cutting that short means cutting your results short. Now, before you go all in, you've got to understand one thing clearly, and that's whether your growth plates are still open. If you're in your late teens or early 20s, there's still real structural potential, and your bones can lengthen in response to the right stimulus. The methods in this video will be working on 2 levels for you, both restoring your current posture and supporting actual bone development. If your growth plates have already closed, the focus shifts and the goal becomes maximizing your posture, decompression, and muscle strength so that your full existing height shows completely. That's not a consolation prize either, because most people are walking around showing 2 to 3 inches less than their actual skeletal height just from compression and weak posture alone. Here's something most height content completely ignores. Even if your discs have space and your spine is decompressed, weak posture muscles will let that height collapse right back down the moment you stop thinking about it. The muscles that hold your frame upright are the spinal erectors running along your back, the deep core muscles stabilizing your torso, the glutes and hip flexors controlling your pelvic position, and the upper back muscles keeping your shoulders open. When these are weak, your posture slumps regardless of how much hanging you do, and all the decompression work you put in during the day gets undone by the time you walk out the front door. Training them is not about doing random exercises until you're tired. Wall holds teach your body to maintain a tall, neutral frame, and the more you practice that position, the more your nervous system starts to treat it as the default. Dead hangs work on decompression and upper back management at the same time, so you're getting 2 benefits from one movement. Movements like the cobra stretch, Downward dog and low lunge target the deep core, spine, and hip flexors together, and those are exactly the areas that collapse under daily compression. Food is not going to make you taller on its own, but it sets the stage for everything else to work properly. Protein helps your muscles and connective tissues repair after training, and without enough of it, your posture muscles stay weaker than they should be. Calcium keeps your bones strong, and vitamin D makes sure that calcium actually gets absorbed instead of just passing through your system. Carbohydrates after intense sessions help spike IGF-1 and make your workouts more effective at the hormonal level. The thing is, none of this is complicated or expensive, and you don't need supplements or special products. You just need to give your body the basic building blocks so that it can respond to the work that you're putting in. Here's the thing, your body didn't compress over a weekend, so it's not going to decompress after one either. Spinal decompression, posture training, and muscle strengthening all build on each other over weeks and months, and the results compound the longer you stay consistent. The people who see real, lasting change are not the ones who went hard for 2 weeks and then decided it was too much and they stopped. They're the ones who made these habits part of their regular routine and kept showing up, no matter how hard or exhausting it got. Every session adds to the last one, and the structure your body builds over time, it becomes permanent, and not something that fades away the minute you decide you're going to stop. A simple daily structure keeps everything working in the same direction. Start the day with 2 short sets of spinal decompression to undo overnight stiffness and wake up your posture muscles. Later, include 10 to 15 minutes of mobility work focused on the hips, thoracic spine, and shoulders so your frame stays open instead of collapsing forward. 2 or 3 times per week, add short sprint intervals or explosive jumps to create a strong bone and hormone signal. To allow recovery hormones to naturally peak, close your eyes and turn off electronics as you wind down for the day. Blue light will disrupt your sleep schedule. Over time, this structure turns small actions into visible height and posture changes that stay with you longer. Decompression creates space in the spine. Strong muscles hold that space in place. Proper nutrition gives your body the material to repair and strengthen. Quality sleep and high-intensity activity trigger the hormones that make adaptation real. These 4 things work as one system, and pulling any one of them out weakens the entire thing. The shift in mindset that makes this work is stopping the chase for growing taller and starting to think about restoring your body to what it was always supposed to be. Your height is there, and the only habits that compress it are the only thing standing between you and showing it fully. You're not chasing inches, you're restoring your full frame and letting your natural height show. Unlock your potential, train smart, and subscribe to keep building your body the right way.